Okay, Asia session live. I saw this in the Asia session recap. I spoke about it. EURNZD came down. It's at a monthly level. It's a breakout. Last month was a breakout month, and then this month is an inside month. And I'm looking for this setup to go up, breakout, followed by an inside month. Need a fake out of month low, fake out of week low. Want to take it down up to the previous month high. So right now I'm just waiting for closure above this level, and then I'll get in. So I'm just waiting for a 1 minute bar close, and then I will enter. So 20 seconds here, just getting my MetaTrader ready for this trade. And then I'll explain why I'm taking this. Okay, it needs to close above. Okay, it did not close above, and this is why it's always best to wait for those bar closures. Okay, so 1 more minute, and let's see what happens. 2 minutes until the M15, so I might just wait for that. We're still in a range here in the M15, inside bar. Whenever I see an inside bar, extend the previous bar's highs and lows, and this becomes a range. This range continues to exist until the M15 closes outside. So I am anticipating this to close. If it closes outside, then I'm definitely going to take this. But right now it did not. Okay, so the reason why I like this, I did see this on the scanner. EURNZD, it's a signal day. Yesterday it was a reversal setup, and it was something that I had on my watch list. So that breakout followed by an inside month, faking out the low, that's what we have. And then we've flipped the daily breakout level. Okay, let's see over here. 2 seconds left. Okay, we closed above, but I do want to see some continuation. I'll just wait for that 1 minute to close. So the reason why I like this was looking for a reversal on it. Last 2 days didn't give me a setup, and then today we flipped the daily breakout level. So here's the last breakout bar, and we flipped it. These flips only happen at swing points, and so I'm looking for a low of the day buy to continue this move up. In particular, I like this on the 1 hour. I saw this close in breakout. So this flips that last swing point. So this tells me that the 1 hour is now changing direction. And so once I saw that, I wanted to wait for a pullback to get in. And it's pulling back right now. Now it's getting above this H1 high, and this is why I'm looking to enter. Okay, so 3 seconds here, and then I'll get in if there's continuation. Okay, got in on that move, and I'm trading the 1 hour levels, so I have my stops underneath the 1 hour bar. So again, the reason why I'm taking this one, and I'll bring this all the way up to the previous month high, and let's see if this goes. Okay, the reason why I'm taking this, the 1 hour pushed up, and then all the setups work on every single time frame. So we have a strong push on the 1 hour. We have breakout bias all pushing. 1 second, my internet's, let this load. Okay, the indicator just loaded again. So all my setups, they work fractal, as I said. So on the H1, what we have over here is we have breakout bias all pushing up, and we have peak bias all pushing up as well. And so I just needed to wait for that fake out. When I'm trading H1 setups, I want to see the M15 get faked out, and I trade the I trade the H1 on the M1 time frame. And so essentially, I'm looking for that trend retracement setup that I always like to trade. This one, I'm looking for we had a strong push up. Want to fake out of a low of the H1 and take it up to at least that H1 high. So this one right here, continuation setup on the H1, faking out the M15 low to take this back up. So right here, we faked out the M15 low right here, this green line, that's the M15 low. Price came down, faked it out, and this is when I could start looking for entries. I could have entered this straight on the M1, but I actually wasn't watching this. I only got the alert once price got above. So I'm taking that continuation move, and let's see if this wants to continue. Could have taken it, probably the earliest I could have taken it is once this M15 breakout level gets flipped. When the M15 breakout level flips, that's when the bias of the M15 changes to bullish. So could have taken it at the very earliest on this candle over here. Safer ones would be above. This is the other level. Could have taken it above here, but I ended up taking it above the H1 high, which is still okay. But if I were sitting watching this, I could have taken it much earlier, but it's all right. This is more of a long-term trade. Monthly setups, they take a long time to, first, they take a long time to set up, but secondly, they take a long time to get to that profit level. So I'm going to just let this run and see what happens. So again, just to recap, we have a breakout on the weekly. Price came down, broke out, and faked out the previous week low. That's a breakout reversal on the weekly. And then we get that confirmation once the daily breakout level flips. And this is a false breakout on the daily. Breakout reversal, and then flipping that breakout level is a false breakout. So once we stay above, this is when you could possibly take that trade, when this reversal setup on the weekly is confirmed. And so there was an entry yesterday, a very early one, to go right to that breakout level, but I didn't see that one, and so got that pullback today. So this one could also be seen in terms of market cycles. We have breakout reversal. We flip that breakout level, so it's a false breakout, and then we're faking out a low, fake out continuation back up, and that's it. I should also mention that the reason why I did not see it is because I saw a strong push on the daily, and so I was waiting for that H8 low to get faked out. So I had my alert down here, waiting for this to get faked out, but was kind of doing some other stuff, and then when I came back, saw this H1 breakout bar, so that flips the H1 bias, and this is why I was interested to get in on the pullback on the M15, faked out that M15 low. Could look for a continuation move based off of that. But the reason why I missed it is was waiting for that H8 low. So I'm going to see how price behaves over here. Whenever I'm taking these pullbacks, I want to see how price behaves at the peak of that structure. But I do want to hold this up to previous month high if I can. I don't usually have the stomach to hold all the way through. I take partials on the way, and sometimes I add in, but I trail my stops and stuff like that. So let's see what happens here. We'll look at how price behaves at this breakout level, at this breakout level. Usually I'm trailing these breakout levels. Yeah. All right, let's see where this trade goes. Okay, EURNZD moving nicely. Took some partials up here at the previous day high. So next thing I'm looking for, we've flipped the daily breakout level. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, we flipped that daily breakout level, and we're in a false breakout now on the daily. And if we can get above this previous day high, then that's a trend reversal. So we broke out, faked out the previous day low, and came back up. That's a breakout reversal, false breakout, and now getting above this previous day high. If we can get above, that's a trend reversal. So that's what I'm looking for on the daily. Breakout reversal. Flipping that breakout level is a false breakout. Getting above the previous high is a trend reversal. That reverses the trend on the daily. And everything is fractal. Whenever you flip those breakout levels, that's when the bias of that time frame changes. So right here, these yellow bars, that's the flip of breakout levels. The H8 has flipped this breakout level, expecting this to continue on up. We flipped the daily breakout level, expected it to continue up. Over here, we flipped the M15 breakout level, and this is when that trend reverses. And right now, we are at a possible point where we may possibly flip the weekly breakout level. So this is what I'm looking for at the moment. Last H8 closed. We have a breakout followed by an inside bar. I trade the H8 on the M5. And again, all the setups are fractal. We have a strong H8 coming into the session, Asia session right here. Broke out nicely. Hard time frames were mostly bullish. Peak bias are bullish. And what I want to see is a fake out of a low to continue this move up. So it faked out the low over here, faked out the H2 low, and then flipped its breakout level here. So this is when the H2, this is the first time that I could take a buy. Technically, actually, there's a counter trend breakout here as well. So on the H8, we have a breakout of the H2, breakout, faking out the low, that's a breakout reversal. Getting above the high, above that breakout level is a counter trend breakout. Those almost always go right back to that breakout level. If we flip it, then I would expect price to continue up to a previous high, which it did, got above that H2 high. So this is a trend reversal. And now this bar actually closed as an inside bar. So breakout followed by inside, what I'm looking for on the H8. So it's a little bit confusing how I trade, but it's completely fractal, and uh, I just find which setup I'm looking for. So over here, breakout followed by an inside. I want to see price come down, fake out the H8 low and the H2 low. Price didn't do that. Instead, it came back up. So what I'm looking for is a consolidation between previous H8 high and below that top of the range, the H8 range high. So I do want to see some consolidation, and then I would expect a breakout after this. So this is how I read price action. Completely fractal. It works every single time frame. Even on this, we have a breakout on the H2, breakout reversal. You can actually drop down to lower time frames here. I trade the H2 bar on the 2-minute, and the same exact patterns play out. So I'll let this load first. So we have a breakout of the H2 over here, and then we faked out the H2 low. That's a breakout reversal. On the H2, I use the M30 as momentum time frame. So we have a breakout of the M30 right here, and then we faked out the low over here. And then once we flip that breakout level and get above its high, that's a trend reversal on the M30. So that's pretty much just how I read price action. Whenever you flip those breakout levels, this is when the bias of that time frame changes, and this is how I read momentum. Technically, you do have a breakout level over here, so this is actually the false breakout, but you were trading right into the next breakout level. So I always like to go breakout level to breakout level, and so you'll see that the next time came up there, there was some resistance and then broke out above, and yeah, so you can go as deep down as you want. Right now, this is on the this is M30, so I trade the M30 bar on the 30 seconds. And if you look at my videos last week or last 2 weeks, I've been really in the scalping mood, and this is exactly how I did it. Whenever we trigger those lows, I dropped down, and I went all the way to the 1 second where I'm trading the 1-minute bar. And that's how you can get some crazy risk to profit, risk to reward trading like this. It is really mentally straining though, so I don't really like to do it that often. But yes, last week I was definitely in the mood to do that. So breakout reversal, getting above that breakout level is a false breakout. This is the M10, and then getting above the high, this is a trend reversal. So didn't make it all the way, but once it got above, then it stays above. And so this is how you can kind of time your entries all the way down. So on these seconds time frames, I don't look at the highs and lows. That can just get too confusing. I just look to see where where price closes. Yeah, so you can trade it as momentum theory, as simple as you want, or you can go as complicated as you want. Today, I just feel smooth, easy trades. I didn't want to drop down to those crazy time frames. So yeah, it really depends on my mood. Sometimes I feel like swing trading, like this one. I'm going to hold it for a longer time. Sometimes I feel like day trading. Sometimes I feel like scalping. It's completely on my mood, and that's why I love trading the way that I do. Okay, so that's it. I'm not gonna hold. I'm not going to keep this video all the way until it gets to the top here. Um, but like I said, I'm expecting a breakout over here, and then I want to see a flip of the weekly breakout level. If it does that, then same thing like today, flip that daily breakout level, and I get in on the pullback. I would expect the same. If it gets above this weekly breakout level, then I would expect at some point it gets to that previous week high, either this one or the new one at the end of this week. But at some point, I'm going to get in again when it pulls back, if it pulls back. And okay, that's it. So done with Asia session. Actually, my London session will start really soon. Um, let's see what's going on there. EURNZD, yeah. So this is the one I took. CAD Swiss, GBP NZD. Have a look at those in a little bit. But for now, I'm done with this video, and let's move on.